Eugene. Oh wait. Eugene. A fun deck. But there is an issue with step 2. How do you build this Eugene? What are the options you can run? And many more questions. Well, my name's Rotenks, and I won't be going through all those questions. I'll just be showing you my deck list, as I believe I'm superior to everyone else. You know, I'm the guy that went 1-2 and dropped from the FRF WCC collaboration for the Fiji CS. I'm also the guy who never wins with the stack in locals. I will always lose the first place match and come second. And so I think my opinion is of course the best. So you know, how do you build Eugene? Well, first, you have to start off with the ride line. You have your Bar, your Nigel. You know, very good card. You soul charge 1 when you ride on it with Randor, and on rare card you don't give a shit. And then, you know, you have Mr. Randor. He's a pretty good card, you know, on attack, CB1, soul charge 1, get 5k. Very nice skill. And when you ride Eugene over him, you get a card from drop, put it to soul, and you draw 1. It's a pretty nice sort of prison matchup. You have a bug motor. Oh, what's that? You want to get rid of my triggers? Well, guess what? I'm not discarding a trigger until my Eugene turn. And when I do it, that trigger is going into soul. How do you like that? Try and bug mode me now. And then, well, now we have Eugene. Vanguard, rest 2 rearguards once per turn to act. You retire a rearguard, you give him 10k. Pretty nice skill, 23k beat stick, can't go wrong with that. Also helps get his second skill where you are, if you retire during the turn, it's also once a turn act on Vanguard only. Soul plus 5, look at the same number of open rearguard circles your opponent has. And well, you top deck those, and you'll put them to soul or call them to rearguard. Pretty good skill. You can go plus 5 or you can go mill 5 from your deck essentially. But you know, the best part of that skill, it gets rid of your over trigger. Who doesn't love that? So now let's begin with the main deck. We'll of course start off with everyone's favorite. The 1 over trigger. You're running drag better. People do run Albaria because they believe in deck out. They're just cowards. I am such a legend and I don't believe in those. So you know, and then we also run 4 more things that allow us to heal and win games. These are the 4 heals. This is the only correct art. Try and fight me on it. I dare you. Then next we have 6 critical triggers. Well, we run 6 because critical was pretty strong, bro. And next we have 5 front. Ignore how we only have 120k front. There's a bit of an issue in finding these fronts during lockdown. And I'm a bit poor because of battle spirits. So yeah. Please do ignore that. Of course you run 4 of the 20k front if you can, but we're gonna have to suffice with our poor man's layout for now. So that is the triggers. Next, let's go to the grade 1s. This is what someone say is the most influential part of this deck. It is the way that you're able to live and win games. These of course are the PGs. Pretty good card I may say. Oh what, you're swinging it at me with that how big is that? Is that a 53k Valiente? PG. Oh, is that a 60k Fossad? PG. Oh, is that a 38k Orphis and you're about to check it over? PG. Please don't kill me. So you know, pretty good card. The next we have 4, Memengo. Pretty good card. When you retire an opponent's rearguard during your main phase, you can retire her to look at top card and call it, or even put it to soul. So it's just either replanting yourself a falling soul for your Eugene or your Brachio. So always pretty nice to have. And you know, she's a mango. She goes for the hug. Next we have 3, Idris. Idris, really good card. Retire a rearguard already during this turn, or you can CB1, give him 10k, not once per turn, or you can CB1, put in the soul, retire grade to a higher. Pretty nice. It can fill your soul up, and also fill more retire for your Eugene to deck you out faster. And then next we have 2, Mr. Tensorstead. Tensorstead, pretty good. It's a Eugene searcher. You like your persona, right? Because you don't hit numbers. And then next we have 2, Mihati. Drag Ritter Hardy. Pretty good promo. On place on rearguard, CB1, kill the back row. If the Bruce player goes second, they rush you, you keep this in hand, or you want to draw off that starter, fuck off. I have Hardy in hand, mate. You know, that's a pretty nice scenario, but it does come up useful. It can also kill the Shadow Army tokens in the back, which you do struggle killing if you don't have your Brachios and you only have, for say, your Idrises, because then Idris can only kill grade 2s or higher. So Hardy can come in useful on some scenarios when you need a kill. And then next, we have the grade 2s. Now this is someone that everyone has seen for quite a while now. His name is Oshikuni. A good 15k attacker. And it's just amazing because 15 plus 8 makes 23. But you know the issue with that? 6k, 6k, 5k, 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 6k, 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 8k, 8k, these kill themselves, 8k, 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 they kill themselves. So yeah, it's not really that good of a number. But yeah, you know, Oshikuni, good card up for the moment. 15k, never go wrong with. Grade 2 tone, amazing rush potential. It makes 15k guards with any grade 1, or even the triggers, which is a benefit. Why are grade 1s as powerful as triggers? Anyway, moving on from this guy, we have for Brachio. Ignore how I don't have one of the fake SPs still. Lockdown be happening. So you know, Brachio, amazing card, probably the best card Eugene has ever seen in a while, except for the New Order. Just Soul Blast 1 if you're fan, well, if you're fan of Eugene, Soul Blast 1, rest him, retire a rearguard. No, when you read that skill, he seems pretty shit. Well, I lose out on a Dino Dragon? What the fuck's a Dino Dragon? Where's the dinosaur, or where's the dragon? But it's like, I missed out on an attack with this guy? Well, that's where you're wrong. At the beginning of your main phase, if your opponent has 1 or less rearguards, you can stand this guy up, and he gets 5,000 power. So you know, not only can he be an Oshikuni hitting 15k, probably one of the shittest numbers in this format with Eugene, but well, he restands. He has synergy with Eugene. No one has ever seen that before, apart from this card. It's insanity, I tell you. But yeah, it's pretty good. Always on 4 of it. And then on next, we have our grade 3s, the final 7 cards of this deck. And what could they be, you are wondering? Does he ride the Persona? Does he run the Persona rides? I hope so. He has Tensorstead. Well, thankfully he does. He has 3 Eugene. I'm not reading the skill I already have. And then, what's the last 4 cards? Could it be a Sunlight Punishment? The dragon with really cool art that is only an 18k beat stick? Those are potential options if you do want to run them. However, we are not running them today. Instead, we are running the man, the myth, the legend, Tribash. Good card. When your Vanguard attacks, if you have if your opponent has 2 or less rearguards, you put this boy into soul, your Vanguard's crit until the end of battle. This man's so good, you see him reign in premium with New Dio, sometimes in Overlord. He's so good, man. 2 or less rears, insanity. However, they did unfortunately balance him out because it's still end of battle. So, if you want to do the funny 2 crit Vanguard double swing because of Overtrigger, you need 2 of these boys out. But that's not an issue, you don't go for that. That's just a funny thing that can happen like once in a blue moon. But yeah, this has been the Eugene deck profile. I do hope you enjoyed. And don't forget, only my opinion is valid. Your opinion, well, that's just your opinion. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. But I'm going to say I can do something to feel better. Bye bye.